in the Blame Game.
Welcome to the Blame Game, the show that's got more laughs than Chris Ward leaving the High Court. Please welcome our own comedy masterminds, Colin Murphy, Kane and Neil Delamere. And our guest this week was born in Wales of Irish parents and lives in England. Tonight she's the funniest woman comedian in Northern Ireland. It is the lovely Jo Caulfield. Now, before we start this evening, I'm afraid we're going to have to mention the the economic crisis. Indeed, as I speak, another major bank has collapsed. Yes, it's another high street bank has just gone down the tubes, and it's a disaster. Oh, no, it's okay. I don't have any money in that one. So now it's on with the show. Members of the audience ask the questions, and our panel provide the answers. So, can we have our first question, please?
Hi, I'm Jonathan, and who do you blame for monkey waiters?
Thank you, Jonathan. Yes, the Blame Game is always at the cutting edge of satirical comment, and we were going to savage fat cat bankers and corrupt politicians. Then we saw the cutest wee story in the paper. A monkey is working in a Japanese restaurant. And if they can teach a monkey to serve people pleasantly, it's only a matter of time before they can do it with Belfast waiters. But who can we blame for monkey waiters?
I absolutely love this. I saw this story in one of the tabloids. It's absolutely brilliant. And it was in the Belfast Telegraph as well, this story. And in the Belfast Telegraph, it makes the story even better because people say that headline here and it's immediately funny. You know, monkey works in a restaurant. You know what I mean? Monkey waiter, macaque, monkey. People here can't say monkey or donkey without making it sound funny, or turnip. And it's turnip a funny word, or stick. There's another one, unless you're beating the one. What were you beaten to death with? Stick. All right. That's funny, like, by a monkey. And, there's a monkey working in a restaurant in Japan. Have you seen it? Have you Googled it? Have you YouTubed it? YouTubed it, young man? Have you YouTubed it? I'm sure you've YouTubed it. Have you YouTubed it, sir?
Yes, I have.
Yes, you have. You have. Of course you have. You're under 25. And I've YouTubed the monkey, and it is the cutest thing. There's a monkey, a macaque monkey, walking around serving beer to people in a sushi restaurant in Japan. I think it's absolutely fantastic. There's several plus sides to this. If you're employing the monkey, one, if you complain, you're going to get poo thrown at you. Two, if you complain, excuse me, there's a fly in my food, he will eat it. And it is brilliant. I think it's the way forward for people now in the credit crunch. You can't afford to employ people, employ monkeys, and he's very, very good at his job. He's very, very efficient, so he's probably a Polish monkey. And actually, the Anne's Pantry, that place that got closed down for having all the rats, that should have been their defence. No, they're not infesting the place. They're actually working here. And it is some sort of themed restaurant. There was loads of animal stories this week. There were the penguins that swam up from the Antarctic.
They got lost, and they ended up in Brazil, was it?
They ended up in Brazil. Oh, yeah. The penguins ended up being washed up in the sunny beaches going, what the hell is it? And because apparently they were chasing fish and they got lost, and the next thing they were washed up in Brazil, and then the Brazilian Air Force flew them home, and I presume that's the Air Force of Brazil, not pilots with Brazilians. But you do have to be a fantastic pilot if you are a pilot for the Brazilian Air Forces, because their landing strips are really small. But I do. I hate that the way they do that. And there was that. What was the penguin film? The one.
March of the Penguins.
March of the Penguins. That was the thing. What was the name of the guy that did it?
Well, they marched, and a lot of local penguins felt that they were involved in mainly being triumphalist, and they didn't want to march.
The Lower Antarctica Residents Association.
But the penguins said that they didn't march, and then they said that they would march and not make any noise.
But they always do that in natural history films. They're always doing that in BBC things. You know, Dickie Attenborough's or Richard Attenborough or David Attenborough, whatever his name is, David. And David Attenborough's always there. And they give the star of the story, the little cute little animal, they give it a name and an identity and stuff. You know, and they give it a name. That doesn't have a name, you know. But they give it a name. They call it, and here we are with little Simbu. Little Simbu is heading out across the plains, and he's taking his first tentative walks in this hostile environment. And here we have a tiger. Sneaking along in the undergrowth. And you know what's going to happen, and you built up a relationship with this bloody animal. You know, and all of a sudden you go, oh, for God's sake, I was just watching a nice wee thing about a wee animal, now it's going to be killed. That's not fair. But they never give the attacking animal a name. You see, if they did that, then, you know, it might be all right then.
I have to say, though, if I was watching a thing about penguins and in Antarctica, a tiger came out, I would be standing there going, feck it, I want to see how this turns out.
I think I changed channel halfway through and forgot.
I think I'd change medication. I love a story this week about killer jellyfish. Jellyfish in Portrush. You know what I mean? The surfers in Portrush. And on Bondi Beach, you get your arse bit off by a shark. That's fair enough. Jellyfish. Killer jellyfish. You get stung and you pee in the sting. That's how you get rid of the sting, which is fair enough, except for the time I got stung in the forehead, which is not a good which did not work in any way, shape. I nearly blinded myself with urine, first of all, and the wife near got arrested, second of all. So that did not work out. That was not a good idea.
I don't believe that for a second. I believe that you were caught kneeling on a beach in front of a man's penis and went, oh, I've been stung in the face.
They flew the penguins back. The Brazilian Air Force got the penguins, right? And then they put them on a plane and flew them back. How freaky must that have been for penguins? Evolution has just gone completely mental. The penguins are going, what the hell is this? What is this?
I bet they loved it, particularly if they just pass another bird. Like, they're flying themselves. They look out the window going, the wings work, we're just lazy, bad.
You'll never guess what we're watching. Snakes on a plane. Penguins on a plane.
But if you were a penguin, you'd be furious, wouldn't you? Because you've just landed by chance, Copacabana Beach, going, what the hell have we been doing living in Antarctica? Look what and they're taking us back there? Are you going mental?
Been deported. Just put back on. Blankets over their heads being put back in the plane. The Americans probably thought we'll have them in Guantanamo. They probably had them there interrogating them.
The other animal story was the goats.
Oh, the Maasai warriors, in Kenya.
The goats, that's...
Sorry, where did you read this? In the Irish News?
No, it's the story. Actually, it wasn't the Irish News.
Jesus, there must have been short of GAA results in the Irish News.
Condoms for goats.
Are the Catholic Church against that then?
They put some sort of sheet underneath the male goat and tie it so that the goat can't... Like, where's the RSPCA? No, but that's cruelty. It's cruelty. I don't mind if they sort of snip them off or something, but that poor goat's running about, horny as hell. Just can't understand, because the females are still there. That sums up my young adulthood, basically.
You tried to ride a goat? There's only one problem with that, right? Is that it's a sheet that goes over there to stop the male goat mounting and inserting into the female goat, right?
Don't get too nasty.
That's fine. One of those goats is going to figure out that if they do it in a different position, you'll be grand. So basically, the Maasai guy will go up, and one goat will just be wheelbarrow on the other goat like that. Who's your nanny? Who's your nanny?
I don't understand. But isn't the thing, it's over the goat's area, the male.
Yeah.
So they can do dry humping, is all they can do. Is that what it is?
How come everybody else read this story except was this big national news or something? Did you not read this? No.
This was in the Irish News because apparently the goat is a Catholic.
Some sheep once took my dad's trousers off. Right? This is absolutely true. You get enough of them, they can be dangerous.
This again sounds like what he said. Your father was found in a field with no trousers, with his willy in his hand going, the sheep did it. Together, formed some sort of communication system and undid the zips on my trousers.
Yeah, right. You distract them. I stick around.
You see that if enough sheep get together, they run in gangs and can worry dogs.
He was holding their foodstuffs. So they all surrounded him and were gnawing and eventually pulled his trousers off.
I think your dad arrived with these foodstuffs. This is like a man hanging around with a bag of sweets. This is just a man.
Some terrible...
I don't know how you call a sheep.
Given, how do you call a sheep?
You can just imagine, he walked straight in, just nothing on him, just grass. Tape there, and there.